a tilt, sort of. The more easy way to explain it, it's just a tilt from one side to the other, panning across. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you knew what panning was anyway, but...
Yeah, all iPhones and stuff are online now.
Oh yeah, the little crap.
Yeah, because no one can keep the hand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I'll obviously be having a tripod and everything. So. Right. So for instance, there's a lot we can do. But there's a lot of play with all these angles. So there's so when we get to gym, obviously we'll spitball, and we'll before we go, I probably want to write a plan, a sort of a shot list of what we want. So we'll after this, I'll turn the camera off and we'll type that up. We'll get a general shot list of what you want. So saying like deadlift, or you want like so you're saying you want to sing, you want you working out, and then it pans to like you helping someone. Specific like exercises you want to film maybe that look very sort of engaging. Yeah. So we'll work on that after this. But a lot of these have a lot of play, so we can work with how we're going to shoot each different thing when we get to that. So, but that will be written up eventually. Panning shot, so slow motion. Slow motion isn't used that much in most advertisements. I think the only time you really use it is if it's like, I've noticed it's like when it's a camera product, like the GoPro Hero 7 advertisement that I watched they used a lot of slow motion because again it's like they want to show the crisp clarity of the 4K recording device, and I think slow motion would be not so much slow motion as in like direct slow motion like proper slow motion, but just that kind of like that slower pace maybe. So like
that one. I say not necessarily
but
if you could just slow it down and stuff like.
So like kind of make a focus, but then like say slow that down, but then the breathing's like we can hear the breathing, everything kind of goes slow. Because then you can show maybe thinking, I've been in the gym, and when you just like want to get that last rep out, you just can't, and you just shake it, you just go like.
Because then, like I say, you can do you can have that, and then you can have me and myself when I come over then just to make sure spotting and stuff.
And then it can so then you see someone struggling, and then as you come over it like restarts again.
It could be like the cheesiest clip ever of a PT, but
it works. It sends a message. That does remind me of the accident help thing. When they fall over.
Oh no.
Yeah, and they fall over. NHS sort of accident prone.
Stuff. But like I say as well, but from that as well, like say the slow thing when they come down, I could then necessarily use that sort of clips over again for different things. So like when I do videos and stuff of proper technique. I could use that again.
Yeah, that's multi-purpose shot. Yeah,
and just put things underneath of, as you can see when you come down. Because sometimes when you just take snapshots of someone, like say,
you can't get a full grasp of it.
It's hard to get the gist of what I mean by when it's like there. So the second picture and it's up here.
Yeah.
Or at least if it's slow, you can see what you mean by it.
And you can physically. Yeah.
You can see
you can definitely do that.
That's a good idea.
Okay. So we like the slow motion. Like I say, a lot of these will have a lot of play. So when we come to getting there, and when we have the sort of rough idea of what we want, we can take things out, put things in. It's very, very fluid. Is the term I'd use.
I mean, a lot of them I can see from now and stuff like that.
Like, can you visualise all this in your head?
Kind of like I could tell you the ones who it would work for, somewhere it wouldn't.
Yeah, like I say, it's very fluid. We can just mix and match and what have you. This next one is specific to saying if you have any logos you want in or sponsorships, and see with that, there was an idea that we were spitballing that. Instead of having your logo, say in the video, it could be like a watershed, sort of in the corner.
Yeah.
Or just a full-on block. If you just wanted it smack bang there, like, you know what I mean, not subtle, just I am here in the corner. Or saying if you didn't want to do that, you could just wear the shirt, or we could have it somewhere like a little cameo. So I think it's really up to you. How would you want to approach it? So, for instance, do you have any sponsorships or any type of partnership or promoters? Really. No? Okay. So we wouldn't need to put any brand identification in there to help boost things, because I know contractual obligations, most videos you have to put promotional material or sponsors or promoters in.
I tried to get vans, but they weren't listening to me.
No, they never do. Okay, so in terms of your logo, because obviously that's a big necessity, it's your face, it's your company, or I'm just gonna say company's easy. I can't think of a fancy word. How would you want to approach that? Would you want it in the video itself, or would you want to just?
Obviously, because I watch a lot of like pt2s and stuff out there, like the ones I actually like follow and stuff that take like massive, like big ones like James Smith and stuff like that. Like before the video even starts, it's like one, it's a shot of the logo, then it goes into the video. Or sometimes I'll do like the video straight off the bat, and then when it's finishing, it's just bang, the logo's there. And then, like I say, if I was a much like famous PT in that, I probably wouldn't be bothered. I'd probably just have my top on, just start with that, sound. But because I'm not, I'm still sort of like fairly new to it.
So,
like I say, that sort of thing, I'd probably up to whack it wherever you want.
Okay. So freedom to do what I wish for that. Okay, cool.
Like I say, get a couple of shots of me. I'll bring this in with me as well. So a couple of shots of me showing someone with it on.
Right, the next one is, now I don't mean to force ideas upon, but it's probably a good idea to have a close-ups. Close-ups of, maybe not so much of like faces, but maybe facial expressions or actions, and obviously we're talking about how you want to use the, some shots for, examples. Of just, so close-ups of saying, maybe like, pan from like, I don't know, say, not so much pan, but I go from one to the other, say I'm looking at a weight rack.
Yeah.
And then you hear a clanging in the background, and then you just see that, and someone doing whatever that's called, what is that? Shoulder press, military press, and you could show facial expressions, you could show specific movements, which obviously the stay we wanted to do earlier, or or we can just be creative with it and be clever with it. So like pan from one thing to, one thing to the other, and use it as kind of like a way to like change pace or change scene. No, pardon me, I'm just burping all the time. Opinions. Close-ups.
I mean the close-up one, it would be, especially like say if like, the gym's quite busy unexpectedly, especially like say this week, there's been some times where Nord would be dead, there's been quite a few people in.
Yeah.
So that one might be a bit easy to do if it's busy, because obviously you don't want to go around saying, oh, I've got you in this video, do you want to sign your finger?
No.
So it might be easier just to go up to say a bit closer to the machine or to the rack or something and just go wow, go then get them all sorted. So yeah, and again, like I say, that tap out video.
Yeah.
The logo's there and there's a close up of someone doing something.
Yeah, some action shots.
Yeah, I mean you can combine that one. Yeah. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay, right, well, I think we've got all that we need for this. Later on I want to do, so maybe not too much today, but maybe in the next couple of days, I want to sit down and do a rough sort of write-up, just so I can come in on the day of film with a general consensus of what you want. So as to like, right, so as we've gone through all of this, and we've gained some ideas, and I've shown you different things we can do and how we can approach this stuff, and we know what we want to put in it. But then we can take all these ideas and kind of like, which ones did you like, write it down, like what shots you want to do, write it down, sort of thing. So we come in with like it's called a storyboard. So if you know what a storyboard is, it goes like scene sort of thing, like how in order you want it to go, and obviously and since we're doing separate videos, we'll have to do it for each. But say if we get a general idea of what we want to do, as we've pretty much half the way there, but now it's just a case of just putting it on sort of paper, just kind of, so I can look at it and go that, right, so we'll do that next, and then we'll do this shot, and then so it's all planned, so then we'll do this shot, and then so like that. Alright, are you happy?
Yeah.
You happy with everything?
Yeah.
Okay, right.